Ready? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fisk. Thank you, Mrs. Maney. I think we're back online. So we'll resume. I really would like to take a moment to acknowledge, we moved forward a lot in many aspects from COVID. And I think maybe we haven't taken a moment to thank all of our teachers and administrators in the last month or two for the incredible job that they have done, from our athletic department to our music, to our art department, to all of our academics, to all of the typical activities that have resumed. We are so proud of this amazing community and this wonderful school district. I could not be prouder. This is amazing, the number of art awards and music awards and recognitions that our students have achieved under really difficult circumstances this year. And that is such a credit to all of our teachers and all of our administrators. So please, let's give them an amazing round of applause for every single one of you. Some of us are not in the limelight. Each year, it's wonderful to recognize the amazing artwork that our students, I missed the art show so much, but got to see a beautiful, incredible virtual art show. And if you haven't, please go to our website and you can take a look at that, and please, join us for our concerts that are coming up. And we really thank you for everything that you've done. And thank you, Mr. Seglio, for the leadership that you've provided under difficult circumstances this year. So moving on. Tonight, we will be recommending 7, that's a lot, very fine and accomplished educators to the Board of Education for tenure this evening. The tenure process involves a lengthy and rigorous review of academic performance in the areas of teaching, scholarship, and service. Tenure is a significant milestone in an educator's career and one that we all take very seriously. Each of the faculty members here tonight, recognized in this tenure celebration, has demonstrated to their peers and the administration that they have met high standards for sustained contributions, skills in teaching and learning, and overall outstanding performance in their particular area. And we are so thrilled to be able to celebrate something wonderful and have a very happy evening, not just for the teachers who are receiving tenure, but for our whole school community who are welcoming these teachers into our ranks as now tenured individuals. So I would like to turn the podium over to Mr. Vincent Healy, our Director of Pupil Personnel Services, who will speak on behalf of school social worker, Ms. Amy Weissman.
Good evening, everyone. Amy Weissman would like you all to know that it's okay to ask for help. Knowing Amy, I can tell you that nothing I will say tonight will be more impactful than to spread the message that she has spent the last several years promoting. That is who she is, a compassionate and outspoken advocate for building and maintaining positive relationships with students, teaching them to accept and appreciate themselves, to approach each situation with empathy, to forgive themselves, and to love themselves. Amy has dreamed of becoming a school social worker since she was a middle school student. When I asked Amy to reflect on what she felt was her greatest accomplishment over her career at East Rockaway, she responded that she was most proud of the students and the families that she helped through counseling. I will opine that Amy has been essential in developing a social emotional learning curriculum for grades K through 12, raising awareness about DASA, spearheading virtual workshops for families during the COVID-19 pandemic, organizing deliveries for families experiencing food insecurity, wrapping and delivering presents for the Giving Tree, and reminding us all to proudly wear our red noses each May. Originally, Amy, I was going to have my mask on and then reveal the nose very dramatically, but it didn't work. As a school social worker, Amy has one of the most difficult jobs a person can have in a school district. Her responsibilities are such that when a person is in crisis, experiencing possibly the worst moments and emotions in their young lives, Amy is the first responder. She's always there, an ever reliable source of comfort and strength for those in need, regardless of how she might be feeling that day. Social workers like Amy are some of the most selfless people you are likely to meet. But Amy's role goes beyond being there when students need her the most. Oftentimes, students return to Amy's office to share the good news: college acceptance, a passing exam score, or scoring the winning goal. It is not uncommon for Amy's students to ask, "Can I keep talking to you?" even after their situations have been resolved. While this keeps her very busy, I don't think Amy would have it any other way. Amy's work ethic is impeccable. Whenever there is something that needs to be done, whether it's because we've identified a need or because there's simply a good idea worth exploring, Amy is the first to volunteer. Amy's understanding of adolescent social emotional development, resources both inside and outside of the school district, and the latest research on mental health is truly outstanding. A reflective practitioner, Amy is always looking for ways to improve. This is a very exciting time in Amy's life. In addition to receiving her tenure, Amy has experienced many exciting milestones. For those of you who do not know, Amy and her fiance Tom became engaged this past New Year's Eve and will be getting married this October. Amy and Tom also recently adopted a yellow Labrador Retriever, Daisy, and purchased their first home. Tonight, Amy is joined by her twin sister, Shayna, and her two younger brothers, Josh and Rob. I'm sure that they're all very proud to hear of your many accomplishments. Congratulations, Amy, on this distinguished and well-deserved honor. Now, Amy, take a deep breath with me, be mindful, and enjoy this moment. We are so proud of all that you have accomplished since coming to East Rockaway, and we look forward to the extraordinary things you will accomplish in the years to come. Congratulations, Amy. Now I would like to introduce Ms. Kalia Kelly, principal of Center Avenue, who will speak on behalf of elementary teacher Ms. Kelly Hughes and music teacher Mr. Evan Anastasos. I'm sorry, Evan, I really am.
I thought I was gonna fall. Good evening, everyone. I have the honor of speaking on behalf of a talented, caring, intelligent, and most importantly, dedicated educator this evening, Mrs. Kelly Hughes. Kelly is a fourth grade teacher at Center Avenue. Her career started within East Rockaway in 2017 with a wealth of experience prior. Before fourth grade, Kelly was a kindergarten and third grade teacher. Throughout the 7.5 years, Kelly always had the unwavering support from her family and friends every step of the way. When I think of Kelly, one word always comes to mind: dedication. In the morning, after Tom and I arrive, Kelly is always the next person at Center Avenue. She gets to school at 7 a.m. and does not leave some days till late in the afternoon. During that time, Kelly is designing engaging lessons and activities for her students, meeting with her grade level colleagues to plan or even decorating the faculty room for special events. Her dedication is measured through the constantly smiling faces of her students. They come to school every day, ready to learn with the teacher that cares the most about them. When speaking about teacher practice, Kelly is open to feedback and will take risks to better her students. We have spoken on countless occasions on ways in which she can support the diverse learners in her class. Kelly has brought so many innovative ideas to the table and tried them with her students without question and with huge reward. Some of these lessons included her extensive use of thinking maps, anchor text to enhance student reading and writing, and real-world math applicable lessons that allow students to connect to the content presented. This open communication and risk-taking benefits not only her teaching, but the countless students that she teaches. Kelly also works tirelessly with her colleagues. I have walked past her classroom during her preps and lunch, and conversations are always centered on strategies and ways to support her students. This was evidenced by her collaboration and facilitation of the Introduction to Teachers College Writing Workshop for grades 3 through 5. This was instrumental for our 4th grade team with designing and teaching writing units, which consistently impact student work products and alignment with our Wonders curriculum. It is also important to note that Kelly has provided our school and district community with multiple presentations that showcase the work she has done, as well as the collaborative work with teachers to support student learning. Her last presentation during the December 2020 Board of Education meeting showcased the journey she and the teachers took with our newly adopted literacy program, Wonders. She worked in conjunction with our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction to share highlights and next steps, which included the implementation process, as well as the engaging aspects of the program. Some of her colleagues mentioned, Kelly is a team player, always willing to work with teachers for the betterment of students. Kelly always has a smile on her face, even when things get tough. Her positive attitude and willingness to try new things is a breath of fresh air. A special thank you to you, Kelly, for your participation in our Title I parent meeting. Your willingness to provide families with support and guidance have ensured student success. Kelly, I am honored to speak on your behalf tonight, to highlight just of some of the amazing work you have and have done within this East Rockaway community and Center Avenue. You are a talented educator, and we are so fortunate to have such a dedicated and caring teacher for our students. Thank you. You truly create lollipop moments here at Center Avenue, and I am honored to walk this path with you. Congratulations. Good evening again. Tonight, I also have the honor of speaking on behalf of another talented, dedicated, innovative, and overall remarkable educator, Mr. Evan Anasasatos. To staff and students, Mr. A. Mr. A is our orchestra teacher, and he splits his time between Center Avenue and Rame Avenue School. Evan began his career with us in 2017, and we are so grateful. During his tenure within East Rockaway, the support of his family, his friends, as well as the musical community within East Rockaway, truly allowed for beautiful music to be created. When I first met Evan, I knew automatically of his dedication and service to his students and the overall musical community. Evan is a multi-talented musician, and when speaking with him, I can always see the musical notes in his eyes. Evan is always willing to support his colleagues and will do anything to ensure that the students are receiving high-quality music education. This year, more than ever, Evan has pushed the boundaries of music to make sure our students experience music while remaining true to our various health and safety guidelines. In many conversations, Evan speaks with such passion and dedication. He creates lessons that focus on ways to improve student expertise within the orchestra and balances it with innovative ways to remember technique. He uses phrases like, "Try not to hold your violin like a squished tomato." This was so interesting to me, as the violin is my favorite instrument and I've always wanted to learn. So I found myself trying to emulate him by not holding a squished tomato. So let's just say, with that small image on my mind, which I'm sure many of you just envisioned, I was able, that's a great picture, by the way. I was able to understand proper posture and format for violin placement. Squish tomato, not squish tomato when you're holding a violin. I think I was right. Kind of. Even though Evan utilized engaging techniques with his students, he balances instruction with formal technique and etiquette. Evan has provided space within his lessons for students to be self-reflective, as well as attended to their peers using rubrics that represent formal musical language and engaging in musical discourse. This foundation prepares our students for a deeper understanding of their musical expertise to enhance their learning in the coming years. Not only does Evan go the extra mile for his students, but he also assists his team with the annual NYSSMA Festival. His colleagues share that he is an integral part of the music department, and through working together, students were able to participate. He has assisted with audition preparations and ensured that their NYSSMA experience was a positive one, even this year. And to note, our students are always achieving top honors. Evan, thank you for all that you do for our students and the East Rockaway community. I know that us as a community, and they're in concert with me, that you are an instrumental piece to our school. We are so fortunate to have you here at Center, as I always enjoy the music that plays from the basement to my office. The moments you create impact students for years to come. As I say to everyone, you truly create lollipop moments here at Center, and I know you do the same wherever you go. I'm truly honored to walk this path with you again. Congratulations.
So when you see the red noses, you don't get professional development in clown. We celebrate Red Nose Day. And it's, I think, this week, and we're going to be celebrating it again on Thursday. And I hope that all of you will give some small donation. Just go to rednoseday.org. And it's something that we've been celebrating, and actually Amy is the real driver behind it. And that's why some of us have red noses on pictures, because it's a fun day to celebrate a really good cause. So, if you're wondering.
I will now turn the podium over to Dr. Aisha MacArthur, principal of Rame Avenue, who will speak on behalf of music teacher, Ms. Nicole Mahalik, and elementary teacher, Ms. Marianne Raffanello.
Good evening. I'm a little taller. Okay. Good evening. It is my honor to introduce Ms. Nicole Mahalik. Ms. Mahalik joined the East Rockaway community in 2016 and has solidified herself as an incomparable member of the music department. After being split among 3 different schools across Nassau and Suffolk County, totaling 100 miles each day, she was ecstatic to secure a position in East Rockaway while serving as a lead replacement in the West Babylon School District. Ms. Mahalik was fortunate to begin a full-time probationary appointment a year later. Ms. Mahalik's passion for instrumental music is contagious, and our students have benefited tremendously from her zest for learning and commitment to nurturing her craft. She has taught elementary strings, 7 through 12 woodwind, and skills and achievement before making the transition to teaching band across grades 4 through 12. Since making that transition, Ms. Mahalik doubled the enrollment in elementary concert band and has supported woodwind students in grades 7 through 12 in making all-state, all-county, and meeting their college and career goals using the skills and dispositions learned in band. Understanding the complexity of her role as a band teacher extends beyond the confines of her specialty area. Ms. Mahalik has participated in collegial circles on a plethora of topics ranging from restorative practices to growth mindset. She continues to be committed to her professional growth and development in the music field by sharing her expertise with her colleagues. She presented 2 workshops at the Oneata Virtual All-County Festival, one for teachers, one for students, and her research was accepted for presentation at the National Association for Music Education Eastern Division Conference in April. The conference covered 12 states and the European Union. To our knowledge, Ms. Mahalik is the first full-time band director, female, at East Rockaway. Promoting a learning environment that is nurturing, inclusive, and right for student learning is at the core of Ms. Mahalik's fabric as a teacher. She reflected, "I make sure every student feels like they are good at what they do, can move forward on their own with tools and checklists, and belong in our band family." As stressful as teaching one of the most aerosol-heavy classes in the district this past year, the fact that my students stayed in band proved that they are going to be lifelong learners. Her music classroom buzzes with excitement amongst the students. They are actively engaged in learning together and supporting each other, and consistently receive individual and whole group support and encouragement. Ms. Mahalik had the unique challenge of being faced with teaching students virtually, teaching a skill that is completely hands-on during the immediate shift to remote learning last year. She adapted quickly by providing individual private sessions for all of her band students. Students thrive with the individualized instruction, and it helped to give them a structured routine during an otherwise chaotic time. Ms. Mahalik maintained that practice this year with some of her full-time, full remote, first-time band students. Her desire to impart a love for learning is unparalleled and truly makes a difference in the lives of our students. It is my pleasure to recommend Nicole for tenure and offer congratulations. Congratulations, Nicole. It is my privilege to introduce Miss Mary Ann Raffanello. Ms. Raffanello joined the Rame Avenue family in September 2012 and has been an invaluable asset in the various roles that she has held. Her journey in East Rockaway has been filled with many rich experiences as a substitute teacher, leave replacement, and teaching assistant, all prior to securing a probationary teaching position in 2017 as a second grade teacher. Ms. Raffanello credits her time serving in different capacities with helping her to become the teacher that she is today, coupled with the relationships that she has built with colleagues, students, and families. Ms. Raffanello truly exemplifies the passion often associated with the art of teaching and a spirit of collaboration. This has been reflected in her openness to share best practices during faculty meetings, working collaboratively with her peers to ensure that she is using best practices and resources to implement a new approach to teaching mathematics, and embracing district initiatives such as developing visible learners to support her professional learning in addition to that of her students. Her commitment to lifelong learning is the impetus behind her unwavering dedication in discovering the best curricular resources and instructional practices to help her students excel. A passion for learning alongside her peers, this commitment extends beyond her classroom. Mrs. Raffanello has participated in several collegial circles to promote her professional learning, as well as served on numerous district and building level committees. This includes Engage Every Family, Vocabulary Action Team, Writing Action Team, and the Summer Homework Action Team. Fostering a classroom community in which students feel connected, valued, and safe to take risks are the tenets that form the core of Ms. Raffanello's very being. She promotes a positive classroom environment for all students that sparks their engagement for learning. She shared, "It is important for me to lay the foundational skills for my students and help them to be able to achieve their goals. In June of each year, it warms my heart to see how much my class has accomplished because of their hard work and my promise to them." Her commitment to these tenets are the linchpin that supports the strong partnership that she establishes with our families. Ms. Raffanello uses a true collaborative approach in working with parents to support students through any social, emotional, or academic challenges that they may encounter. She advocates and problem solves for each as if they are her very own. During our swift transition to full remote learning in the spring, Ms. Raffanello went above and beyond to maintain the positive classroom community established in person. Despite the challenges that she faced, helping her inexperienced young learners navigate online learning and the use of devices, she persevered and provided small group and individual support to her students consistently. This was aided by her focus on helping her students to maintain a positive mindset by engaging them in fun activities to nurture their emotional and social well-being. I am honored to recommend Ms. Raffanello for tenure. It's not every day that you meet someone who has been working towards being a teacher their whole lives and see them realize their dreams. Congratulations, Mary Ann. Last but not least, Mr. Richard Schaefer, Junior Senior High School Principal, will speak on behalf of Mr. William Gibbons, Social Studies Teacher and Chairperson, and Mr. Brian Palermo, Science Teacher.
Thank you. Good evening. I have the unenviable task of following three very, very good speakers, but I will do my best. And the quality of the candidates I'm about to introduce will far outweigh anything I say anyway. So, it is a true privilege to have the opportunity to speak on behalf of Mr. William Gibbons. Mr. Gibbons began his tenure in East Rockaway in the fall of 2018 as English and Social Studies Department Chair, after having taught 8 years for the New York City Department of Education, most recently for the I School in Manhattan. From the first interview, Will distinguished himself from all other candidates, and after 3 years, it is safe to say he has not disappointed. First off, Will is a talented social studies teacher that designs engaging and rigorous lessons for his students. His lessons incorporate district and school initiatives, including learning intentions and success criteria, various forms of technology, and regularly makes real-world connections. He has not shied away from teaching the more challenging courses, despite many other demands placed on him as department chair. In his first year teaching advanced placement government and politics, the percentage of students achieving at least a level 3 jumped by 30%. Next year, he's taken on the additional challenge of teaching our first dual enrollment social studies course, Introduction to Legal Studies through Farmingdale University. Mr. Gibbons establishes excellent relationships with his students, showing a genuine interest in their academic success and their social emotional well-being. This, along with his belief that all students can learn at high levels, translates into success in his classroom. Will's ability to establish meaningful connections extends to his role as department chair. His warm and optimistic demeanor allows the teachers he supervises to feel supported and comfortable reaching out to him with questions and concerns. He models best practices and helps when needed to incorporate these practices into their classrooms. Mr. Gibbons' strong knowledge of the Danielson rubric allows him to give clear, concise, and useful feedback to teachers that they can implement immediately. As department chair, Mr. Gibbons has continually supported his teachers in the effective use of educational technology, such as the use of Discovery Education textbook in middle school social studies and a variety of digital platforms necessitated by remote learning. Mr. Gibbons has also worked closely with the teachers of AP courses to ensure that new resources and technology are being used, including AP Classroom. As a result, advanced placement courses last year, despite the pandemic, showed that ERHS students outperformed national averages on 4 different AP tests in English and social studies. Mr. Gibbons' presentations at regular ELA data meetings are always thorough and highlight his work within the program. The evidence points to how the teachers at the middle school level are working with assessment data to create action plans for our students. His presentations, which incorporate NWEA and iReady data, list specific attainable short-term and long-term goals and have served as a model for data meetings in other departments and at other levels. Mr. Gibbons has continually shown a willingness to support school and district administration in any way necessary. This year, he began supervising morning arrival as the school transitioned to multiple entries in light of COVID. Mr. Gibbons has also taken on the role of Twilight Coordinator and Summer School Principal as a way to support a variety of students. In his role as staff co-advisor for the mock trial team, Mr. Gibbons has supported our students in achieving new levels of success for our school. And beyond that, the building administration not only appreciates his pedagogical acumen and leadership, but his selection of watches and shoes. Mr. Gibbons' value to East Rockaway Junior Senior High School and the community is immense, and I am very thankful to have him as a member of our team. It is for these reasons and many more that I recommend him without reservation to Superintendent Ruiz for tenure. Congratulations. And last, but certainly not least by any measure, it is my privilege to be here tonight to speak on behalf of Brian Palermo. Mr. Palermo began his tenure at East Rockaway Junior Senior High School in the fall of 2017. It's difficult to stand up here knowing you're all looking at the pictures, not paying attention to what I'm saying. Yeah. Mr. Palermo began his tenure at East Rockaway Junior Senior High School in the fall of 2017 and has continually shown that he is a committed and dedicated educator with a wide variety of skills. Over the last 4 years, Mr. Palermo has helped our physics program grow and flourish. His reputation as a supportive and caring teacher that connects difficult subject matter to students' life experiences is well known among our students, and as such, our enrollment in physics classes next year is the highest it has been in years. He believes that all of his students can succeed at the highest level, and the data shows that the vast majority of them do just that. In his first year in East Rockaway, physics region's results improved better than 30%, and by his second year, mastery rates had increased by over 25%. His students also experienced strong results on the advanced placement exam. Mr. Palermo's classroom is highly productive. Every lesson begins with a bell ringer activity that sets the stage for learning and ends with some form of formative assessment that informs future instruction. In between, Mr. Palermo often incorporates highly engaging, hands-on learning activities into his classroom. This includes using a breakout room style activity in which students apply their knowledge of physics in order to solve various combinations of locks to get to the end of the challenge. Walking by Mr. Palermo's classroom, you might also see students launching projectiles and making predictions about the best height to launch in order to get the projectile to land in a desired location. His classroom is also highly organized, allowing a variety of materials to be accessed quickly and ensuring that learning is occurring throughout the period. Mr. Palermo's students have multiple opportunities to showcase their learning beyond the traditional tests and quizzes. Whether through laboratory write-ups, presentations, or projects, students are consistently challenged to think critically in a variety of ways. Mr. Palermo's talents go beyond the physics classroom. He has taught several other classes with similar successes. Most recently, he has taken on our science research program. He is responsible for the piloting of the NeuroMaker Robot STEM Hands Kit, a first for any school on Long Island, and possibly New York State. Along with Mrs. Ruffino, Mr. Palermo guided our science research students to an impressive rookie award in this year's Spark Challenge, sponsored by Northwell Health, which awarded our students a total of $1,000. He also taught Algebra Accelerated AIS this year and ran with the iReady program and supported 8th graders in our first year of Universal Acceleration in Math. He has also coached our football and baseball teams and served on the Science Curriculum Committee, which assisted with the adoption of Discovery Education Textbook for the Science Department. The students and staff of East Rockaway Junior Senior High School are extremely lucky to have Mr. Palermo as part of the future of our school community. The sky's the limit for Brian, and I am very excited to see more and more students excel in physics year in and year out as our universal acceleration for science expands. It is for these reasons and many more that I recommend him without hesitation to Superintendent Ruiz for tenure. Congratulations and all the best in your long and surely successful career in East Rockaway.
I think the flowers for the high school got lost, so tomorrow there'll be a delivery for our high school candidates. We apologize, but congratulations to everyone on. questions. Was that a physics lesson when Mr. Crowley was pushing you down the hall? And Mrs. Hughes, are those your pets? Those two lions? No? It was great getting to know you all in your pictures and see the beauty of your families as well as the beautiful and wonderful hard work that you do here for our students. We are thrilled to have all of you join the ranks of our tenured teachers. So thank you all for your work and congratulations. And that concludes our presentations. And this is an old Mac. Whoops. Thank you.
Would you like me to?
Did we get another one?
On your remote? It's small. Small one. No,
Yeah? Do I have mine? No, thank you so much.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I can get rid of this tripping head.
Early night.
Watch that. All right. Well, that's what it's
Mr. Gibbons, congratulations. My daughter absolutely loves you.
She told me
She
to
loves
ask
you.
you about that.
Oh, no.
Congratulations.
I told crypto all the time.
I don't need to tell you, she's not.
Oh, she loves you. Loves you. Congratulations. It was great. Oh, yeah. But
That's quickly, but I haven't met. I haven't met you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Linwood, we have a end of the year varsity dinner.
Yeah.
So all of the varsity coaches, like doing the principal, we have to go up and speak about our seniors and stuff. It's like, that's the 15th.
This is like a contractor's outing where it's a lot of big wigs from everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's Trump National.
You know what? I played in the contractors outing at Trump National.
Okay, welcome everybody back to our meeting.
Yeah, this
Um,
one's from Jersey.
It's always a great night when we get to celebrate our tenure candidates and actually see a little of their background as real people too, which is a terrific thing to say. So thank you all. Our agenda item right now, public comments on agenda items. And we have none on agenda items. This is later on. Okay? And we have none on our website at this point
No,
in time.
nothing.
So we'd like to continue to move on to agenda item 4, approval of the minutes, April 20th, regular meeting of the Board of Education. Any questions on the board?
Nope.
I have a motion to approve agenda item number 4A. So moved by Mr. O'Hagan,
Second?
second by Mr. McNally. All in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. And item number 5, acknowledgement of the monthly reports and correspondence. Receipt of monthly financial report, which we all have received, and correspondence. I have to report that I was unable to get into the account today to double check on some of those messages. And that was my error. I was using the wrong code and then got locked out, so I apologize. But we know the technology is good here because it took care of that, all right? So I will catch up to the next meeting on that. We did receive the financial reports. Are there any questions by board members? Okay, so we can just move on there because that's just an acknowledgement. Recommendation of superintendent of schools. I'd like to turn this over to our superintendent, Ruiz.
I'm recommending, as you are all aware, this evening that we grant tenure, the board grant tenure to the following staff members on the effective date indicated and subject to satisfactory evaluation. William Gibbons, Social Studies teacher, department chair, effective August 30th, 2021. Kelly Hughes, elementary teacher, effective August 31st, 2021. Nicole Mahalik, music teacher, effective August 31st, 2021. Brian Palermo, science teacher, effective August 31st, 2021. Marianne Raffanello, elementary teacher, effective August 31st, 2021. Amy Weissman, school social worker, effective August 31st, 2021. And Evangelos Anastas, I'm going to have trouble, even though I wrote it phonetically.
Mr. Ray.
Anastasatos, music teacher. I practiced this, I have to tell you. Music teacher, effective September 29, 2021. And I apologize, Mr. Gilly. Also recommending that the board accept the resignation of Cassie Pillen-Spiro from her elementary teacher position effective June 30th, 2021. Recommending that the board accepts the resignation of Mona Hecht, assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction effective June 30th, 2021. Recommending that the board approve a change to the request of Patricia Ruffino for an FMLA leave of absence from her science teacher position to be effective April 26, 2021 through June 30th, 2021. Recommending the board approve the appointment of Sarah Gogliano to the position of short-term substitute teacher effective April 26, 2021 through June 30th, 2021. Also recommending the board approve the request of Valerie Perasmo for an FMLA leave of absence from her social studies teacher position effective August 31st through November 19th, 2021. Recommending the board approve the appointment of Lauren Radburn to the position of short-term substitute teacher, elementary teacher, effective May 5th, 2021 through June 30th, 2021. Recommending that the board approve the appointment of Danielle Lundgren to the position of leave replacement school psychologist, effective August 31st, 2021 through the end of the 2021-22 fall semester. Also recommending the board approve the appointment of Megan Labrizzi to the position of short-term substitute school counselor, effective May 28th through June 30th, 2021. And that the board approve the appointment of Megan Labrizzi to the position of leave replacement. I think this is no? Okay. Oh, sorry, that's right. I'm sorry. Leave replacement school counselor effective August 31st, 2021 through the end of the 2021-22 fall semester. And recommending the board approve the revised Rame Avenue Elementary School Club Advisor assignment dated May 25th, 2021. Recommending that the board approve the following special education summer school appointments effective July 1st through August 11th, and those other names listed below. I will not read them all. Also recommending that the board approve the appointments of the summer CSE CPSE meetings effective July 1st, 2021 through August 31st, 2021, and those are the names listed below. And recommending that the board approve the following special education summer school teacher aide appointments effective July 1st through August 11th, 2021, the names listed below. Also that the board approve the appointment of Denise Cipriano to the position of summer textbook monitor effective June 15th through August 30th, 2021. And the board approve the appointment of Barchesic to the position of security aide for East Rockaway Junior Senior High School Summer Program effective July 6th through August 5th, 2021. So recommending the board approve the appointment of Thomas White to the position of security aide for the East Rockaway Union Free School District extended school year summer program and enrichment program at Rame Avenue effective July 1st through August 11th, 2021. The board approved the appointment of Denise Powell to the position of summer security aide for the East Rockaway Junior High School effective June 28th through August 30th, 2021. Also recommending that the board approve the appointment of Nancy Catapano to the position of administrative officer, that is secretarial position, 12 months effective June 7th, 2021 upon civil service approval. Also recommending that the board approve the following temporary assignments at the salary approved by the East Rockaway Board of Ed on the non-contractual salary schedule for substitute workers, and that's Greg Thiel, seasonal cleaner, effective upon civil service approval. Richard Hess, athletic supervisor, effective March 8th, 2021. Janine Mangle, substitute teacher, effective May 12th, 2021. And Christopher Russo, concert supervisor, day evening, effective May 14th, 2021.
Are there any questions from the board on agenda item number 6, A through T? No questions. May I have a motion to approve agenda items number 6, A through T?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Was that McNally? Thank you.
Second?
Second by Mr. Kilgus. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? So moved. Agenda item number 7, A and B, I'm going to take together, board members. And A is the Board of Education accepts and approves the board resolution attached therefore, setting forth the results of the May 18th annual district election. And B goes into the Nassau Suffolk boards of each ones that we had voted on and we talked about at the last meeting that we had. Any questions on agenda item number 7A and B?
No.
A motion to approve agenda item number 7A and B.
So moved?
So moved by Mr. Kilgus, second.
Second.
Second by Mrs. O'Hagan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? So moved. 7C, approve the following resolution. Be it hereby resolved that the Board of Education of East Rockaway Union Free School District hereby approves a memorandum of agreement dated May 6, 2021, between the Board of Education East Rockaway Secretaries Association regarding creation of a new job title of Administrative Officer. And be it resolved that the President of the Board of Education is hereby authorized to execute the memorandum of agreement on the board's behalf. Any questions of the board members? I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7C.
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. O'Hagan,
Second?
second by Mr. McNally. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Agenda item 7D, approve the terms of the side letter agreement with the East Rockaway Teachers Association dated May 17, 2021, concerning additional sick days for teaching assistants who served during the 2020-21 school year. Any questions on the board? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7D?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. McNally, second.
Second?
By Mr. Kilgus. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? So moved. 7E, approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the recommendation of the Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operation, the Board of Education hereby approves the award of the bid of the Automatic Temperature Control Service, a repair cooperative bid 2122, as indicated in the notice to bidders published in Newsday, March 26. Are there any questions on 7E? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7E?
So moved?
So moved by Mr. Kilgus, second.
Second.
By Mrs. O'Hagan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Agenda item number 7F, approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the East Rockaway Union Free School District approves the terms of the memorandum of agreement dated April 22nd, 21, between the Board of Education East Rockaway Teachers Association, the ERTA, with respect to the terms and conditions of employment for members of the Teachers Bargaining Unit. Any questions on agenda item number 7F? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7F?
So moved.
Second? So moved by, I'm sorry, by Ms. O'Hagan, second?
Second.
Second by Ms. McNally. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Agenda item number 7G, approve the following resolution. Be it hereby resolved that the Board of Education, East Rockaway, USFD, authorizes and appoints the following individual to serve in the capacity of election poll workers in connection with the May 18th annual school district meeting and election at the salary set forth on the non-contractual salary schedule for the 2021 school year. Sheila Cincintio. Any questions on the board? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7G?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. McNally, second
Second.
by Mr. Kilgus. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7H, approve the agreement with Doreen Johnson as substitute secretary and authorize the president of the Board of Education to execute the agreement on behalf of the East Rockaway Board of Education. Any questions on 7H? May I have a motion to approve 7H?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Kilgus, second.
Second?
Second by Ms. O'Hagan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7I, approve the health and welfare agreement between East Rockaway USFD and the Hempstead USFD for the health and welfare service of the 2020-21 school year and authorize the superintendent and the president of the Board of Education to execute the agreement on behalf of the East Rockaway Board of Education. Any questions on agenda item number 7I? May I have a motion to approve agenda item 7I?
So moved.
So moved by Ms. O'Hagan, second
Second?
by Mr. McNally. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7J, approve the independent accountant's report applying agreed-upon procedures on benefits administration for the period January 1st, 2019 through November 30th, 2020, prepared by internal auditors Cullen and Danowski. Any questions on 7J? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7J?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. McNally, second
Second.
by Mr. Kilgus. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7K, approve the terms of the agreement, Project 8-719361 Finance with Nassau BOCES for a 5-year lease agreement for computer lab workstations and authorize the Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations to execute the agreement on behalf of the East Rockaway Board of Education. Any questions on 7K? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7K?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Kilgus, second
Second?
by Mrs. O'Hagan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Approve the special education services contract with Rockville Center, USFD, and special education services for 2 parentally placed students for the 2020-21 school year and authorize the president of the Board of Education to execute the contract on behalf of the Board of Education. Are there any questions on agenda item 7L? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7L?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. O'Hagan, second
Second?
by Mr. McNally. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7J, approve the following resolution. Whereas the Manual of Planning Standards, Standard, Section S106, doors requires classroom doors, stair and corridor doors to have vision panels. MPS S106A, which may not be covered. And whereas on March 5th, 2019, memorandum from the State Education Department of New York entitled School Security and Door Hardening, detailing the Office of Facilities Planning has permitted temporary coverings of vision panels in classroom doors in an emergency. Therefore, let it be resolved that the East Rockaway Board of Education hereby authorizes district employees to cover door vision panels when necessary to ensure that the adequate safe zone within school buildings in the event of an emergency. Whereas the New York State Fire Prevention and Building Code of New York SED Manual of Planning Standards establish standards for egress from school facilities. And whereas a March 5th, 2019 memorandum from the State Education Department of New York titled School Security and Door Hardening, detailing the Office of Facilities Planning has permitted faculty and staff to temporarily block doors to slow the access of an intruder in an emergency. Therefore, let it be resolved that the East Rockaway Board of Education hereby authorizes district employees to temporarily block doors to show the access of an intruder in an emergency, so long as means used to block the door do not require any special information or ability to allow egress so that occupants can leave the building quickly in such circumstances. Are there any questions on agenda item number 7M? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7M?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. McNally, second
Second.
by Mr. Kilgus. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Agenda item number 7N, approve the 2021 professional development plan for the continued support and professional learning opportunities for East Rockaway School District faculty and staff. Any questions? I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7N.
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Kilgus, second
Second?
by Mr. O'Hagan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7O, approve the local rental agreement with Debbie Regan Locations LTD and the East Rockaway UFSD for use of premises of the East Rockaway Junior Senior School, High School building for the period May 15, 2021 through May 16, 2021, and authorize the President of the Board of Education to execute the agreement on behalf of the Board of Education. Are there any questions on agenda item number 7O? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7O?
So moved.
So moved by Ms. O'Hagan, second
Second?
by Mr. McNally. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7P, accept the following donations to fund scholarships. From Linda Bonziglia, a check of the sum of $50 for a Cheryl Drugan Award. P2, a grant in the sum of $4,000 from the Richard R. Ong and Heidi Lem Ong Charitable Fund for scholarships for the valedictorian and salutatorian, $2,000 each. From Joe Loris, $70 from the Mildred Brock Amity Award. Any questions on agenda item number 7P, 1, 2, and 3? May I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7P, 1 to 3?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. McNally, second
Second.
by Mr. Kilgus. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. 7Q, approve the following donations. From the Rame Avenue PTA, a check of the sum of $400. 2, from the East Rockaway Junior Senior High School PTA, a check for the sum of $500 for the senior outing. Are there any questions on the board? I have a motion to approve agenda item number 7Q, 1 and 2.
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Kilgus, second
Second?
by Mrs. O'Hagan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Approval of the CSE and CPSE recommendations that we have received during the course of the week. Are there any questions? We have a motion to approve agenda item number 8.
So moved.
So moved by Ms. O'Hagan, second.
Second.
Mr. McNally, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Budget transfers, 9A. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education approves the following budget transfer, transaction number 21-0016. Are there any questions on the board? I have a motion to approve agenda item number 9A1.
So moved.
So moved by Mr. McNally, second
Second.
by Mr. Kilgus. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. Policy matters, I turn this over to Mrs. O'Hagan.
Okay, so the policy subcommittee met on Monday, May 17th. We reviewed the following policies: 8130, school safety plans and teams; 8131, pandemic planning; 0100, non-discrimination and equal opportunity. We do not have any policies up for adoption this evening. We will continue to review the following policies: 0105, equity, inclusivity, and diversity in education; 9150, non-fraternization new; 6705, federal funds purchasing; 8130, school safety plans and teams; 0100, non-discrimination and equal opportunity; and 8131, pandemic planning. The date for our next meeting is to be determined.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Hagan. And now, agenda item number 11, reports to our superintendent, Mrs. Ruiz.
Thank you, Mr. Volpez. First of all, I'd like to thank, because I know people are listening at home, I'd like to thank the entire community for supporting our budget and passing our budget. It's wonderful, always wonderful to have the support of our community so that we can move forward. We had a really responsible budget, and I'd like to thank Mrs. Grio as well and Ms. Fazzi for their hard work. in Mrs. Brio in developing such a responsible and prudent budget while maintaining all of our programs and even adding some additional new ones, as well as Mrs. Fozzie for her incredible work on manning our budget vote, which is really a tremendous effort on her part. And so thank you. I'd also like to congratulate Mr. Volpis on his reelection to a board trustee for the next 3 years. Thank you, Mr. Volpis. A pleasure working with you. In the area of achievement, Center and Rame Avenue teachers are working with our literacy consultant to develop strategies to help students connect reading skills and strategies embedded in the Wonders reading lessons. Also, our academic awards night, which was terrific. Thank you to Dr. Kraus for presenting that. That took place on Wednesday, May 12th. The virtual ceremony recognized over 170 East Rockaway Junior Senior High School students for various achievements in and out of the classroom. It was really wonderful and well-run ceremony, so thank you. A National Honor Society induction took place virtually on April 27th, led by our student officers. Ceremony recognized the accomplishments of over 100 high school students and over 50 middle school students. I think as you can hear in our board meetings that the school is that our district is really slowly but surely moving forward. Our achievements are increasing across all areas. It was great to hear the growth in our science as well as social studies in those academic areas in the high school, and the increase in the number of students who are participating in National Honor Society. I think that's an increase. Sounds like a lot of students. National Decision Day, and here's another achievement, was celebrated on May 3rd. A Decision Day video arranged by senior Gabriella Bakari was featured on the morning announcements and on our website, and students and staff wore college attire. To date, the class of 2021 has received acceptances to over 100 colleges. So thank you. Congratulations to our students, and thank you to our guidance department for their efforts. Another achievement, East Rockaway High School varsity volleyball team won the Nassau County Class C Volleyball Championship, defeating Carl Place High School 3-2, and unfortunately there was no advancing to a higher level this year. I was so disappointed, but congratulations to them on the highest level that they could achieve this year in any case. Now, from the 50,000 PSAT scores nationwide, about 16,000 juniors will be named National Merit Scholar semifinalists, and about 34,000 will be commended for their performance. We are proud and thrilled to congratulate Madeline Prusha for her eligibility for National Merit. There will be an application process for National Merit in the fall. Student Leslie Madera was selected for Long Island's Best Young Artists at the Heckscher Museum. This is a really prestigious art exhibit in an actual museum where they have beautiful student work as well as professional artwork. Long Island's Best is the only juried exhibition on Long Island that offers high school students the opportunity to show their work in a museum setting. So you can still go, and I hope you will. Museums are open now. It's a beautiful park, Heckscher Park in Huntington, and her work will be displayed. Let's see, her work was selected to be displayed also in an additional exhibit at Mitchell's in Huntington. I'm not sure I understand that. Anyway, from May 25th through June 27th. Daniela Petty received a National Gold Medal for her work drawing What Lurks in the Dark, as you saw this evening in the this year's Scholastic Art and Writing National Awards. That is a hugely prestigious award. Artists such as Andy Warhol in the past have won this. Zach Posen, the fashion designer, and it's quite prestigious. And I'm so proud that our school district over the last several years has had so many silver and gold medal winners. Probably, I don't know that for a fact, but probably more than many larger districts. Students Allison Lavera, Isabel Anderson, Gianna Mancusi, Haley Arnold, Zara Sofizada, all placed either first, second, or third among 6 categories in this year's Photographic Foundation of Long Island Photo Contest. All of these images now move on to the next level of judging. And we took home 7 of the top 36 awards, which again is commendable and amazing. Students Grace Wooding, Katrina Ipsy, Katerina Nunez and Sarah O'Moore all had their works featured in this year's virtual legislative exhibit hosted by the New York State Art Teachers Association. Congratulations. And AP students Michael Folk, Deanna Minotakis, Lauren Cronin, and Sophia Bertolotti had their work featured in this year's Go AP interactive virtual exhibit. This is an exhibit showcasing the work of students in AP art courses. 6 varsity teams earned the New York NYSPH SAA Scholar Athlete distinction with an overall average of 90% or higher. Girls cross country, boys cross country, cheerleading, volleyball, girls tennis, boys soccer, and girls soccer. Congratulations to our athletes. And congratulations to Felicia Oosterwick, Stephen Cooney, Jonathan Ward, Cynthia Chen, Christopher Durand for being inducted into the Joseph M. Barry Career and Technical Education Center chapter of the National Technical Honor Society. These exemplary students have been identified based on a rigorous selection process that included academic excellence, good citizenship, high achievement, outstanding employability skills, and exceptional attendance. So we are, again, so thrilled and proud that our students are representing us at Barry Tech with great achievement. In the area of innovation, second grade students at Center are excited to join the second grade coding club with Mrs. Healy. Also, students at Center and Rame engaged in their virtual enterprise experiences this year with Mrs. Healy. Both schools are looking forward to working with Mrs. Healy for in-person enterprise, which also began. And again, I'd like to commend our teachers because so much has continued to go on in spite of COVID. It's business as usual in so many ways. So that's a credit to our teachers and administrators again. AP exams began this week, the week of May 18th, with students completing some exams on school-issued devices on the new digital AP exam platform and others in traditional written form. Despite the challenges of this year, 125 students took 209 different tests across 15 subjects. The 85th annual Rock Rivalry concluded on April 23rd, although it was different this year. The juniors emerged victorious. Entrance, along with several other events, were live streamed for the entire school community. The junior class participated in a traditional breakfast and a slightly modified passing of the cup to celebrate their victory. Students in Mr. Palermo's science research class continue to work on their Neuromaker STEM kits building robot hands. You can see pictures of that on the website and a little more info. Video of those robot hands in actions can be seen also on the East Rockaway High School Instagram feed. Students will have the opportunity to participate in the Neuromaker Creative Challenge, which is an open design competition for middle and high school students, and it's open to students around the world to investigate the connections between biomedical engineering, artificial intelligence, programming, and more. And thank you to Dr. Kraus for your leadership and to Mr. Palermo for bringing that to life. In the area of connections, Center and Rame safety patrols are now up and running. At Rame, they paired to work with kindergarten, first and second graders, and at Second Center, they're assisting with our morning arrival and are paired with various grades at specific locations in and out of the building. On April 22nd, students in Mr. Crowley's AP Environmental Science wore their Respect Earth t-shirts to celebrate Earth Day. During class, they shared information they researched about persistent organic pollutants, POPs, and I've never heard that acronym before, are toxic substances potentially found in our food, water, soil, and air. This year's district art show is available, as we mentioned before, for viewing on our website. Please take a look. The work is just spectacular. East Rockaway High School students Tara Torborg and Nicholas Nunez represented the district as part of Nassau County's Youth Vaccination Initiative. They participated in a training at a live town hall meeting at Eisenhower Park to share why they chose to get vaccinated. We also, as you're aware, had an offer from Mount Sinai, South Shore Mount Sinai, and the village hosted a vaccination site for students as well, and that was last week. On May 5th, East Rockaway High School Tri-M Honor Society hosted East Rockaway's Got Talent. This virtual event included acts and performances by students and staff. Dr. Kraus, you were outstanding. I know that was, I'm sorry that you didn't have your partners, but good for you. It was really lovely to see it. And thank you to all the students and faculty who participated. This was also a fundraiser with donations benefiting the Senior Scholarship Fund. School counselors visit 11th grade classrooms to review the letter of recommendation request in college essay writing. To learn more about the college essays, students reviewed the common application prompts and read 2 essay samples, and then discussed what stood out about each. So it's a great lesson in getting ready for their senior applications. As Mr. Volpes read in one of the resolutions, there was new guidance recently about increased security. And so we will, now that this resolution is passed, we will be purchasing door shades as well as distributing kind of door stops that can be used during a drill or during any type of an emergency so that teachers can actually pull down the shade to keep our rooms a little safer. So those, Mrs. Scrio is working with Mr. Daly on that. We did discuss this at the district-wide safety team, and we discussed different types of materials, and our union representation felt strongly that, and we agree, that in the event of an emergency, it would be best for teachers to be able to pull down a shade rather than look for a paper to have to cover something with Velcro if it were not available. So, you know, muscle memory and quick actions during an emergency is important. So we will hopefully teach kids to take care of those and keep them in good shape. In the area of opportunity, I'm really pleased to announce this will be going up live on our website, that we will be offering a universal pre-kindergarten program with 26 slots that will be free of charge. We were given $140,400 in federal grant money this year in order to start a pre-K program. This program's been available for quite a while, but for some reason unknown. The district years ago, in the early 2000s, never accessed the money, and it was frozen since then. And so now the monies are being made available, so we jumped right on it, and we sent out an RFP to partner with an outside community-based organization who will run 2 pre-K classes, one in each of our elementary schools. Thank you to our elementary principals for being able to open up these classrooms. We will be finding space. An interest form will be posted on our website where parents can express interest, and then a lottery will be held, an actual lottery. If we have a lot of entries, we'll do it by Zoom. If we have a reasonable number, we'll do it here in the auditorium, and the numbers are literally picked out of a hat. They're put on a list, and the first 26 families get a free spot. And hopefully in the future, the program may be expanded. If we go with a community-based organization, it's possible that they would take up to 18 students in each pre-K class. So there could be 5 spots available for parents who would like to pay this community-based organization to have their child attend a preschool because the district only has funds for the 26 spots. But the class will be open to up to 18. It will contain it will be managed by a full-time certified teacher with a teacher assistant, as well as it will be a full 5-hour program. Students will be provided 2 snacks and lunch at no cost. And the hours will probably be 9 to 2. We're looking at 9 to 2, which is most convenient for so it won't interfere with our regular arrival. So you will hear more about it. I would ask anyone who's listening to please, we will be sending out a postcard to all the community so everyone's aware of it. And if you know anyone, tell them to please, who has a child who will turn 4 by December 1st, please keep their eye on our website so that they can fill out the Google form to express interest and hopefully get a spot. I know I have a long, let me see if I can get through this quickly. We have a lot going on in our elementary schools. Students are planting flower beds at Rain to celebrate Earth Day. At Center, students culminated their learning from agricultural literacy. They also planting flowers. Special thank you to Mr. Daly and the Facilities Department for donating flowers to students. C, East Rockaway High School sophomore Clara Cutie was part of the Team Up for Unity, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion initiative on May 5th. Claire, one of only 12 students selected from Nassau County, served as moderator and had previously attended monthly workshops regarding student athletes being a force in the fight against racism and discrimination. We're so proud to have Claire represent us in this important initiative. Seventh grader Lunar Manji, thank you, is this year's winner of the Middle School Advisory T-shirt design contest. The theme was overcoming challenges and rising to the occasion, and all students were invited to submit a design, and T-shirts will be distributed in the coming weeks. Senior Fun Day took place on Saturday, May 15th. They had an opportunity to tie-dye shirts, decorate cupcakes, and play games in the gym before having pizza lunch on the front lawn. The planning is underway by the high school, junior senior high school, for One School, One Book initiative aligned to the themes of equity and diversity. All students and staff will be given their own copy of I Am Malala. A kickoff is scheduled for June with students reading the book as their summer reading assignment, and the book will be used throughout next school year to bring our school together upon our return in September. Members of the counseling team participated in a panel with Bates, Davidson, Oberlin, and Occidental to learn more about academic opportunities, financial aid, and the student experience at these top liberal arts colleges. So, and that concludes my very long report, but that's because there's so many great things going on
That's right.
in our school.
Exactly right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ruiz. Good and welfare. 12A, congratulations to Patricia Ruffino and family on the arrival of her son Lincoln John on April 24, 2021. Congratulations to Doreen Johnson and the family on the arrival of their grandson Brooks Ravenel on April 20, 2021. Congratulations to Joseph Flores and the family on the arrival of his granddaughter Charlotte Justine on May 8th. Additional congratulations to Jimmy Laura's great uncle to Charlotte Justine. One night Jimmy's not around. I'm looking in the back, he's not here. Oh, that's it. There you go. That's why he wouldn't be here. Knew there had to be a reason there. Congratulations to Casey Wise and family on the arrival of her daughter, Macy Shea, on May 14th, 2021. Congratulations to Brianne Algier and family on the arrival of her daughter, Mav Elizabeth Jude, on May 17th, 2021. Congratulations to Claire Maney and family on the arrival of the granddaughter, Violet Bryn Maney, on May 19th, 2021. I'm happy that, we had those congratulations, because when I look down to this next list and the number of condolences we have in this past, 2 weeks, it's just, it really sets you back a little bit and appreciate life a little bit. G, condolences to the Vasquez family on the passing of Alvaro Vasquez, a former graduate of East Rockaway High School. I just need to spend 1 second on that, because I had Alvaro as a student here, and I have to tell you, in his fighting his battle every day, he would always come to me and he would say, I could do it, I can do it, I can get through this. And he had cystic fibrosis, and he did, and he got through life to the point of where he was then. And, it was just a great tribute to a kid who became a man and learned how to push through life to his best max. Condolences to the Riley family on passing of Christina Riley on April 21st, 2021. Condolences to Frank Altamore and family on the passing of his father, Frank Altamore Jr. Condolences to Deborah Muller and the family on the passing of a grandmother, Frances Pulmina, on May 14, 2021. Condolences to Maureen Shutter and the family on passing of her father, Joseph Shutter. Condolences to Muharrem Caracas and family on the passing of his mother, Ais Caracas, on April 22nd, 2021. Condolences to Duke Tulo and family on the passing of his wife, retired music teacher Bob Tulo, on May 24th, 2021. Public comment time. We do have one public comment this evening from Randy O'Moore. Randy would like to come on up, and she's a parent in our district and also very active in many of the things that we do in the district and the meetings and our communications subcommittee. So, Randy?
Thank you.
Am I on? Okay. Congratulations to Mr. Volpes for winning the opportunity to serve the school board and the children of East Rockaway once again. Congratulations. I saw the photo of the groundbreaking ceremony for the new track and field on social media back in April. A big thank you to our school board for the recognition of the board members who worked tirelessly to ensure that every detail was taken care of and the right decisions were made with much community input. I agree that Keith Gamache, Patty Nicoletti, Kristen Octera, John Giannotti, and Neil Schloth deserved to be thanked and included for bearing the bulk of the initial, very detailed work. Thanks to Mrs. Ruiz and Mrs. Scrio, this project will be on budget and exactly what our district needs. I attended many of the planning sessions, attended the weekend tour of the school buildings with the architects, and gave input on multiple questionnaires of what the community wants and deserves. So thank you. I was a member of the district's communications subcommittee. We have been meeting, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 years. Feels like a while, yeah. This year we decided that district communications, I know this was mentioned at a prior board meeting, that communications were very good and we decided that we would reconvene in the fall. However, what I would like to inform the board of is that the committee did mention time and time again that we would like to see more communication from teachers to parents. Often parents feel that they should have been given the heads up on a failing grade, an award recommendation, or a transfer of class level and were not made aware. In my personal situation, I was not given a phone call or an email, in my family, but other parents have mentioned that they've received an email about something extremely important about their child, and they felt that a phone call should have been made by a faculty member to the parent. Yes, parents should absolutely be looking at the school's portal. That's definite. However, if something stands out to the teacher, it should prompt a quick call home to the parent. As a teacher and a parent, I personally think that we should get calls from our faculty for the good and the bad. I wanted our school board to be aware of this recommendation from the communication committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening. Thank you for all of your efforts on behalf of the children of our little district. I appreciate you. I'm glad that I'm here in person finally after. I think this is my second one in person. I can hear much better when I'm here in person. Best wishes on continued success to Mrs. Hecht. I just read and heard what was going on this evening. I'm sorry to see you leave our district, but wish you happiness and fulfillment. And thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ms. O'More. I'm going to tell you from being on that communications subcommittee, what you brought out tonight. I'm going to, since the subcommittee, so everybody understands how it worked, it makes recommendations to the board for things to look at in the district. I will put this on the agenda, our next work session agenda, so that we can look at this a little more and talk about it, between the teachers and the unions and everything. Okay, so thank you for that. Appreciate that. Also, just so you all know too, is that Randy's son, okay, when he was at East Rockaway, approached me and when I was the athletic director here, and he wanted to do better in the fields in the back that we had, and he was bent on making this thing happen. He went on a personal, he came to board meetings, he went out to talk to people, he talked to the administrators, and he really wanted something better for the student athletes at East Rockaway. And I thank you as his mom, because obviously he had some impetus, to forge forward in his beliefs. So thank him when you see him for us, okay? Because I did already, but it's just a true leadership role that he had at a young age. So thank you for that also.
I hope he comes to the.
Yes, we definitely want him. We got to invite him. We got to make sure we invite him. Yeah. Okay. All righty. Board member comments? Who would like to start?
I'll start down here.
Okay.
I'd like to start off by congratulating Kristen on your achievement award. Very well deserved. I'd also like to congratulate our fearless leader, Mr. Volpes, or as we call him, Mr. President, on being reelected to a second term on the board. You've dedicated yourself to this district and community for over 20 years, and I truly believe there's no better person for the job. So congratulations, and I'm looking forward to continuing working with you. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the community for the overwhelming support on passing of the budget. We all work very hard to keep the costs down while still improving opportunities for our children. So passing this budget was a big win for the district and for our kids. So thank you.
I second everything Joe said. Kristen, well-deserved award. And Dom, El Presidente, glad to everybody. And I want to thank all of the award winners tonight in music, art, and everything, and especially the tenure recipients. I love tenure night. I love it at Lynbrook where I work, and I love going every year and seeing the enthusiasm and all of the hard work that the teachers are putting in. And all of you, all the administrators, to see, the speeches you give about them and their families and how hard they work. It's just such a nice night. So thank you all for that. Thank you.
So I would like to start by thanking Superintendent Ruiz and my fellow board members for your kind words, and thank you to NYSBA for the recognition this evening. I consider myself a lifelong learner, and this is a position where learning is continuous and key for making the best decisions for our schools. Education is something I hold dear to my heart, and it is an honor to serve the district. Thank you to the community for supporting the school budget and propositions. Congratulations to Mr. Volpis on your reelection. And I would like to recognize and thank Mrs. Squeo for all of her hard work throughout the budget process. Congratulations to all of the staff members who received tenure this evening. This is an exciting milestone in your career, and I wish you continued successes in your positions as teachers, chairpeople, and social workers. To those recognized for art and music this evening, your talent is tremendous and your passion shines through your work and abilities. Thank you to the district administrative team and staff for working creatively on end-of-year ceremonies and celebrations. These are events and milestones we all look forward to and the students deserve. Enjoy these final weeks in a very challenging year.
I'd like to give a shout out and thank you for the administrators, the teachers, the PTA, and the parents on passing the budget. The budget, presented by Mrs. Shrio, who does a fantastic job throughout the workshops, but you're the ones who go out there and prove it, all right, each and every day as you engage the students in learning as we move the district forward. So thank you for that. Our tenure candidates, the board had started a little new process, and I want everybody to understand, when we come up here and tonight and we said, okay, we grant tenure, it's just not a rubber stamp. What it is, it's an ongoing evaluations that come through from the principals, from the administrative staff, from Mrs. Ruiz and, her staff, Mrs. Hecht, and it allowed us to learn about these individuals and to see their strengths and what comes through for the district. And it was great because tonight, as they were being presented, I'm listening and I'm saying, wow, the relationship here, engaging. Almost everyone grew of some type of a program that they are right now teaching in to get more students interested in what they're doing. And that's lifelong learning. And that's how that comes about, only through the Pied Pipers of the teachers as they exhibit that. So I just want to say thank you to Superintendent Ruiz for, working with the board to make a better presentation than what we felt more comfortable with and learning more about our staff in the schools, because that's what really propels our district. It's the ones who are in the trenches every day. So thank you for that. The next one, I just want to make a comment on our policy number 0105, equity, inclusivity, and diversity, and also on our policy committee, that's Mrs. O'Hagan, Ms. McNally, and Superintendent Ruiz, thanking them for the steps they're taking in producing this most important policy to the district. We had asked it to go slowly because there's so many turnkey policies that we've been making changes in because they're reflected within the equity, inclusivity, and diversity policy itself. And what's happening is that we're really getting a thorough education of policy making and how it affects the district and everybody in it. I attended this past week, all right, your school district's role in defeating uncivil discourse in our society. And that was put up by the state education through NYSBA. And it's so interesting now that the state education department will be coming down with curriculum, okay, in social studies area to again guide students in engaging teachers within talking with each other about the United States of America and what goes on here, you know? So again, thank you to the Policy Committee, because by allowing this to take its role and moving each step forward, we didn't jump right into it and said, let's just do this, but we're seeing how the steps are unraveling and then seeing how they're going to apply to East Rockaway and the community here. So thank you for that. Franklin Infante, I don't know, Mr. Barth, maybe you would know already, 2 sports, top 100. Did we ever have one here? Yep. And in my 20 years, I know we didn't. So it's a long time. And what a great, thing to say that Little League Rockaway, right? Top 100 in 2 sports. Great job. Mona Hecht, I want to say thank you for your service to East Rockaway Schools. Good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you very much. And everybody who came out tonight, thank you for seeing fresh faces in the audience and lively faces that we, again, as we're moving forward, so thank you for that. Yes.
Just about the equity policy, I do want to thank the administrative team for meeting and working on the regulations, and we will be presenting that. They did a great job, put a lot of thought and input, and we're excited to move forward and present those regulations to the policy subcommittee. And I would also, I omitted thanking the administrators for their beautiful speeches. You really put a lot of time and thought. It's not easy to write a meaningful speech that's so personal to each of those 7 people, and I know they appreciate it. And so did their families, hearing such beautiful accolades about their service to our school district. So thank you for taking the time, because they need.
Okay, that being said, we'd like to adjourn tonight's meeting at looks like 7 to me. Can I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting at 9:07? So moved by Mr. McNally, second?
Second.
By Mr. Kilgus, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, everybody. Safe trip home.